Coming up on today's FNN, we learn more about the Multilingual Learners Program at EK.
Plus, ways that you can help yourself spot AI content on social media.
And we have winter sports highlights. Stay tuned for all that and more because FNN starts now. Happy Friday, Falcons. I'm Trenton.
And I'm Allie.
If you have been at EK long enough, you've probably heard the letters MLL. MLL stands for Multilingual Learners, and here at EK, it's a program or class taken by students to learn or improve their English language skills. FNN reporter Eliasa Kaioli set out to learn more about the staff and students that help make the program a success.
In the last school year, the Department of Education discovered that Michigan alone has around 100,000 ELL students enrolled. An English teacher at East Kenwood, Stephen Howell, learned about ELL when searching through possible teaching positions.
I looked through the catalog and I was like, this is interesting. I've never heard of English as a second language before. Once I learned what it was, I was absolutely fascinated with the possibility of acquiring languages and being surrounded by languages all day long. I thought it was a fantastic opportunity to get to know people from around the world without ever leaving, my home.
As reported by St. John's University, diverse classrooms are essential for building strong communication between students from different cultures. Gabriel Padilla, an EK senior originally from Mexico, opens up about learning and interacting with students who also immigrated into the United States, helped them gain confidence in the English language.
The school helped me a lot. Every day I practice my English with people that doesn't speak English so well like me. I try to don't be scared, doesn't know a few words.
Many students at EK know the feeling of a teacher butchering their name. In a study done by the Library of Medicine, they found that mispronouncing someone's name repeatedly can classify as a microaggression. Mr. Howell offers his advice on how he builds strong relationships with his students by emphasizing the correct pronunciation of their names.
Make connections with the kid in front of you before you make generalizations on the culture they come from. Make sure that you pronounce their names correctly. People think it's not a big deal, but that one little small thing of learning to pronounce someone's name correctly is the difference between that student feeling recognized and feeling marginalized.
Gabriel knows firsthand the experience of immigrating to a new country, so he encourages other ELL students to put themselves out there as well.
My advice for that people that is first time in America and United States, just don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to speak English, even if you don't speak really well.
When immersed in a new environment, stepping outside your comfort zone can be difficult, but at EK, there's a support system to help you. At East Kenwood, I'm Eliasa Kaioli.
According to the official numbers from Kenwood Public Schools, there are more than 3,000 multilingual learners throughout the district, with more than 117 languages spoken and 105 countries represented.
With TikTok, Snapchat, and Instagram, videos and photos spread faster than ever. But now with AI in the mix, is seeing really believing? FNN's Gary Harmon Jr. visited GVSU to learn more about AI's role in changing social media.
Artificial intelligence is becoming a bigger part of our lives every day. AI can vary in what it can do, from being used to help students study to creating almost anything you can think of. While some see AI as a useful learning tool, others see it as a concern for cheating, manipulation, and having to rely on technology over our own brains. Professor Denton Bobodike, who specializes in computer science at Grand Valley, describes what AI is and what it can typically look like.
A huge field, so artificial intelligence is a large field, and it can be anything from something that's making decisions for you, which would be like a decision tree that's automated where you decide if you want to turn left or if you want to turn right. Or it could be anything from, looking at a digital image, which is easy for us to look at and pick out objects and pick people in it. But it's much harder for a computer, a machine to do that, because to them it's just a group of colors and pixels. So AI is really a broad range of field. I think the thing that's most popular for right now is the large language models, which are the ChatGPTs, the Groks, the Geminis, and stuff like that.
Just because a student uses AI frequently does not automatically make them an expert. Can students spot the difference between AI-generated content and a video that has not been altered at all? EK students Tarek Tavakovic and Amari Birch are up to the challenge. Can they spot what's real and what's AI?
It look real. I think it's real.
Why do you think that?
Wait. Oh yeah, the way. Actually, no, it's fake. She cutting the hair backwards. It wouldn't even fall off.
For that one, I'm gonna probably say I think it's real, only because yeah, like the background's blurred out, but it does look like a sort of like Zoom meeting going on, and the way he's talking kind of sounds real, so I'm gonna say real with that one.
AI videos can easily deceive the viewer, as there are usually only a few small details that tell a viewer whether it's fake or not. The key is all about using context clues to understand whether a video is real or not. Clues such as frames moving, unnatural movement, and just anything that seems off about the video.
What I typically recommend for people to do is to look at things like your intuition. If you feel like something doesn't look right, perhaps it's not right. The other thing you look at is the source as well. So where's this coming from? Is this a reputable source or is this not a reputable source?
AI does not appear to be leaving anytime soon, and it remains to be seen how many schools may address AI literacy going forward. At EK, I am Gary Harmon.
Remember, trusting your instinct is a good first step towards spotting if a video or photo is real or fake.
When you think of sports teams at EK, you probably think of track, soccer, or basketball. But what about our smaller varsity teams that work hard and compete, sometimes with less than 10 members? FNN reporter Mariah Swarn shows that hard work matters more than numbers.
Many school sports teams are facing low participation this season, leaving coaches with smaller rosters and limited substitutions. According to a new survey from the National Federation of State High School Associations, girls' basketball participation has dropped 45% since 2001. Boys' participation in sports is also declining, but more slowly than girls. It may not be all bad though, as some players say smaller teams have brought them closer together and pushed them to work harder. Brietta White, a sophomore at EK, is a member of one of the smallest varsity teams, dance.
I would love to see the team grow in many different aspects, like including myself. I would love to see the team grow with like skills and achievements. We have upcoming Grand Rapids Gold performances. There's many different there's a lot of different possibilities that comes with that.
Being on a smaller team means everyone has to step up and support each other. Amberly Wynn, a varsity golfer at EK, thinks it is harder to take on a win, but believes it is easier to build bonds.
I think it definitely makes it harder to win, just because for golf, there's 6 people on a team, and we really need to rely on each other just to score the best we can, just to make up as much points, because there's not as much room for mistakes.
After hearing about the good and bad side to a smaller team, Amberly also thinks that smaller teams help keep a stronger foundation. She explains what it's like for her team.
I think being on a smaller team allows me to connect with my teammates more, because there's not as many people to talk to, and being able to talk to less people allows you to have a deeper connection.
Even with fewer players, these smaller teams show that heart, dedication, and teamwork matter more than numbers. Their passion proves that size doesn't limit success. At EK, I'm Mariah Swarn.
Small teams continue to prove that dedication matters more than numbers. Their impact is felt both on and off the field.
And that wraps up your news this week, Falcons.
Now let's toss it over to FNN sports reporter Reese Emiat for this week's EK Sports Report.
Welcome back to the Land Falcons. It's Reese here bringing you your EK Sports Report. Let's hit the mat with EK Wrestling to start things off. Monday, the EK girls varsity wrestling team traveled to Lakewood to compete in dual meets with Lakewood and Hastings. Sophomore Kate St. James went undefeated, winning both her matches by pin and scoring a total of 12 points for her team on the night. On Wednesday, our guys wrestling team beat Jenison, but unfortunately fell short against Granville. Now the boys are looking to bounce back and take down Grand Haven next week. To the court now, our guys basketball team is currently ranked number 2 in the state and extended their win streak on Monday, beating 13th ranked Hudsonville 60-53. RJ Chapman finished with an astonishing 25 points as he helped lead the way. Our ladies also traveled to Hudsonville, but were unable to come away with a win as they lost 39-42. Both teams are at home tonight against Granville. Boys tip off at 5:30 and girls play at 7. Let's make sure to pack the stands to support our Falcons tonight. Now some quick updates from the rest of our winter sports teams. Over at the Alley, our bowling teams has been on a roll, pulling off many victories including wins against Grand Haven and Granville. Flipping it over, our competitive cheer team has a big invite tomorrow at Byron Center for the LMCC OA invite. Make sure to go cheer on our Falcons. Over to the pool, our boys swim and dive team has competed hard against West Iowa last week, and despite the loss, EK had a ton of swimmers qualify for the MISCA meet at Kelvin University tonight and Saturday. Finally, on the ice, our hockey team tied Southgate Anderson last week and are looking to bounce back to enter the postseason with momentum. That wraps up this week's Sports Report. We will be back next week with highlights from our winter sports teams. Now, let's send it back to the desk.
That does it for today's show. We'll be back next week with more, but until then, make sure to follow us on Instagram and subscribe to Falcon News Network on YouTube, where you can catch sports live streams, previous episodes, and other great content.
Plus, check out Falcon News Network on Spotify for our new season of podcasts. Have a great weekend, and we will see you back here next Friday.